Morning, my name is Gaurav Singh Rathod. My roll number is 2095 1A1223. Today we are going to discuss the topic types of transmission media. Let us begin. What is a transmission media? Transmission media is a path that carries the information from sender to receiver. We use different types of cables or waves to transfer data. Data transmission normally through electrical or electromagnetic signal. This is a description. Transmission media is below the physical layer. Computers usually use signals to represent data. Physical layer through cable or transmission medium to classification of transmission medium. Transmission medium are guided and unguided. Guided further divided into twisted pair, coaxial and optical fiber, and unguided are free space wireless. So twisted pair consists of two conductor, basically copper based with its plastic insulation like this, and twisted pair protects against crosstalk or interfering noise. One wire used to carry signal to the receiver, second wire used to as a ground reference. For twisted pair, after receiving a signal remains same. Advantages: very cheap, easy to work with. Disadvantage: low data rate and shortage range. Twisted pairs application: these are very common. Medium can be used in telephone networks, connection with the building and local area network. Twisted pair are further classified as unshield and shield. Unshield twisted pair wire wound around others, essential to install plastic cover. Application: UTP is used in LAN for telephone subscriptions. These are types of UTP cables. Categories of UTP and data rate use. This is a UTP connector and tools. RJ45 stand for resistor jack. It's a keyed connector. It means that it can be inserted in only one way. RJ45, RJ50. Advantages of UTP: it is affordable, most compatible cable, major networking system. Disadvantages is suffer from external electromagnetic reference. Shielded twisted pair. A shielded twisted pair of wires wound around each other, placed inside a protective foil covering, metal branded or sheets for metal foil that reduces reference. STP application. STP is used in IBM token ring networks, higher transmission rate. Advantages of STP: shielded, fast than UTP. Disadvantages of STP: more expensive than UTP. High attenuation rate. Coaxial cable. Coaxial cable carries signal of higher frequency range than twisted pair cables. Inner conductor is a solid wire. Outer conductor serves as a shield against noise, and a second conductor. Categories of coaxial. Coaxial cable are categorized as radio government rating and RG dealer rating. VNC connectors beyond VNC connectors is used at the end of cable to device, example TV set station. VNC connector used as Ethernet to break out connections. Coaxial cable application: most versatile medium, television distribution, long distance telephonic transmission, can carry 10,000 voice calls simultaneously. Short distance computer system links, local area network. Coaxial cables advantage: easy to wire, easy to expand, moderate level of EM interface. Disadvantages are cost of maintenance is high, very cost of installation of coaxial cable is high due to thickness and stiffness. Fiber optical cable. The fiber optical cable is made up of glass or plastic and transmission signal in the form of light. Nature of light. Light travels in a straight line. It lights If light goes from a substance to another, then the ray of light changes direction. Ray of light changes direction and goes from more denser to less dense substances. This is bending of a light ray. Angle of incidence is the angle the ray makes the line perpendicular to the interface between the two substances. Critical angle, the angle of incidence which provides an angle of refraction. This is critical angle. Optical fiber. It uses reflection to guide light through a channel. Core is of glass or plastic. Cladding is a less dense glass plastic. This is a Complete construction. This has outer jack, dew point, caliber strength, cladding, core, plastic buffer. Areas of application: telecommunication, local area network, cable TVs, CCTVs, medical institutions, educations, etc. Optical fiber advantages: it has greater capacity, smaller size, low attenuation, electromagnetic isolation, more resistance to corrosive materials. Optical fiber disadvantages: the installation and maintenance needs expertise, only unidirectional light propagation, much more expensive. When signal goes from one point to another, there are need of propagation mode. Propagation mode, multi-mode, single mode, step index, grade index. What is transmission impairment? The imperfection in transmission medium causes signal impairment. When it is sent is not when the what is sent is not what is received due to impairment. There are three causes of impairments: attenuation, distortion, noise. Attenuation means a loss of energy. Distortion means the signal changes its form from one shape. Noise is another cause of impairment. Several types of noise are thermal noise, induced noise, and crosstalk. Now next is unguided media, that is wireless media. Unguided media transport electromagnetic waves without using a physical conductor is known as wireless communication. Signals broadcast through free space and available to capable receiver. Propagation medium. Unguided signal travels from a source to destination in several ways. It is known as propagation: ground propagation, sky propagation, line of sight propagation. Ionosphere, this is ionosphere, etc. Grounded propagation: radio waves travel through the lowest portion of the atmosphere, touching the earth. Next is sky propagation. In sky propagation, radio waves radiates to the ionosphere that they can reflect back to earth. Line of sight propagation: in a straight line directly from antenna to antenna. Band using propagation medium. So 3 to 30 kilohertz ground long range navigation, LLF, the sky. So wireless transmission waves are divided into three types: radio wave, microwaves, infrared wave. Radio waves are omnidirectional, frequency between 3 kilohertz to 1 gigahertz, used for multicasting communications such as radio and television and paging section. Radio waves can penetrate building easily, so they are widely used for indoor and outdoor communication. An antenna is a structure that is generally a metallic object, maybe a wire or group of wire, used to convert high frequency current and electromagnetic waves. Antenna are two types. Transmission antenna transmits radio frequency for transmitter. Radio frequency then convert to electromagnetic energy by antenna, then radiate into surrounding environment. Reception antenna is an electromagnetic energy gets in antenna. The antenna converts radio frequency to energy, then goes to receiver. Microwaves. Microwaves are ideal which when large areas needs to be covered and there are no obstacles. Microwaves are unidirectional. Microwaves ranges from 1 GHz to 300 GHz. There are two types of microwaves: that communication system, terrestrial and satellite. Microwaves are widely used for one-to-one communication between sender and receivers. Infrared, frequency between 300 GHz to 400 terahertz, used for short-range communication. Example: night vision, camera, remote control, file sharing between two phones, etc. And microwaves are also widely used for one-to-one communication between sender and receiver. Example: cellular phones, satellite networks, and it is in wireless LAN, Wi-Fi mix. This is Bluetooth, this is cellular phone network, this is Wi-Fi, etc. So infrared rays, these are multidirectional, frequency between 300 GHz to 400 GHz, used for short range communications. Example: night vision cameras, remote control, file sharing between two phones, communication between a PC and peripheral devices. With this, I would like to conclude my topic. Thank you. Hope you like it.